Hello, welcome to this video, which is designed to help show you how to navigate yourself around the different components or modules that makes up EMIS Web. So this is the home page, which is the screen you see when you first log into EMIS Web. Up here we have the box that welcomes us. It also tells us who we are, where we are, and what our role is, just in case we've forgotten. And below this we have the modules that makes up EMIS Web. So care record is the patient's health records, and helpfully you've got some subheadings below, which means you can click on these and go directly to the bit of the health record that you want to see first. Next we've got the appointments module to help manage the appointments in your organisation. Then the reporting module, which allows you to analyse and run searches on the data relating to the population of your patients. Then we've got the administration module. This allows you to do things like register patients and scan documents onto your system. And then the workflow manager. This module allows you to keep track of all the pieces of work that you need to do on your clinical system. And talking about that workflow manager, if we look up here, I've already got an alert saying here, overdue workflow. Some things never change, even though this is a demo version of EMIS Web. I've already got stuff piling up. So we've got pathology results here waiting to be dealt with, documents scanned waiting for actioning, other test results and prescription requests. Oh well, I better do that later on. Moving on, if we look at the top left hand corner, we've got this big round circle button. This would be familiar to you if you've used some of the recent Microsoft applications like Office 2007 or 2010, because if you press on this round button, you'll see that you get a menu option, which again is another way to navigate yourself around different bits of EMIS Web. So the first option, if you were to click on this, I'm not going to do it right now, but if you were to click on Find Patient, a box would appear which would allow you to search and access the patient that you want to deal with. On the right of this, we've got a list of 10 patients, which are the 10 patients that you've recently selected. So if you've dealt with a patient recently and you need to quickly go back to their notes, this allows you again to quickly access them or even remember who you've seen. Sometimes I struggle in a very busy clinic. Just to reassure you, everything you're seeing on this video is all demo dummy data, so none of these patients' names are real, it's all make-believe. As we move further down this menu, we've got access to configuration modules, which allows you to adjust some settings and things relating to your organisation, and also system tools. It's really important to remember that you might not see all of these options or modules when you log into EMIS Web, because it depends on your role and your profile in your organisation. Okay, at the top we have this quick access toolbar. This is the third way to navigate yourself around EMIS Web. So these colourful icons symbolise different bits or modules or components, and helpfully if you hover over the icon you get some text that pops up to tell you what that icon relates to. You can click on this little button here to customize this toolbar. So if you click on this option, customize access, quick access toolbar, you'll see a list of commands on the left hand side. So you can tailor this toolbar to suit your needs. You've got template manager here. If I wanted to add that to my toolbar, I could just highlight it like I've done, click on add, and then hey, it's appeared on my list on the right. So just click OK, and I can see up here it's been added to my toolbar. So I can change the toolbar to suit the things I want to access quickly according to my own personal needs. Also, another option is that if you're not keen on using the mouse and prefer to use more keyboard shortcuts, you can press the Alt button like so, and suddenly some keystrokes flag up, so you can use those keystrokes to access those modules. If you want to remove it, just press Alt again and it's vanished. The other thing to remember is that your function keys at the top of the keyboard also will help you navigate. You can use those to again link to different modules of EMIS Web. As we move further down the screen, we've got the EMIS Support Center here. If there's something you've got a query about, you can just type it in this box and hopefully something will pop up or it'll point you in the right direction. Below this, along this bottom row, we've got a lot of external links which are helpful to have at hand. So these are things that are not part of EMIS Web directly. So here we've got EMIS Bits. So EMIS Online is the official EMIS website for their training materials, news and forums. They've got the National User Group. And below this, EMIS Access. That's the really useful way that patients can access bits of EMIS Web, give them the ability to do things like request repeat prescriptions, make or check their appointments, send you messages, or potentially access their health records. Then we've got knowledge links. You might have an Oxford handbook that really helps you during your training days. Well, perhaps it's a bit dusty or a bit out of date now, so you can access similar information online through Mentor Online. Below this we have Map of Medicine, which is a clinical tool for helping you with decision making and pathways. Then we've got help here, more help. So we've got about EMIS Web, some more information. EMIS status, that just tells you what the current state of the EMIS Web network is. I would probably compare this as a Londoner to getting an update on what's the state of the London Underground or something. It just gives you some information about the network, if there's any problems or not. Then below this we have EMIS development requests. That's our opportunity as users to really flood EMIS with things that we would like them to either add, change, or tinker with. I mean, for example, I've noticed there's a lot of white space here below these modules. That means there could be a lot of other modules that we can get them to think about adding in. Next to this we have EMIS partners. If we click on partners, this will take us to information about other services or companies that produce things which work with EMIS Web. Then we've got the patient section here, and we've got patient.co.uk, so if we want to access patient information leaflets we can do it through here. And they've got another bit of their website which is related to experiences of patients, and we've got the NHS link to Choose and Book. Okay, so that was a brief overview of the different ways of navigating yourself around.